Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Fantasy Premier League with FPL Wizard. I hope you all fine and I hope you all are having a great game week and, just keeping healthy and staying fit in general. Welcome you all. Hey FPL Sam, Slim. If you can see my pinned message guys, I'm just giving a very clear indication. Whichever player I actually go for or actually sell these days, he's doing well. So, it's absolutely so easy, Just don't sell the player which I'm selling and you shall be absolutely fine, guys. Light Rays, what's up, my friend? Hey, FPL Knights. I hope you're fine. So, guys, it's been like a torrid couple of weeks, especially since I sold Vardy for Harry Kane. Vardy scored 2 goals against Watford, And last week I was like, Cancelo and Diaz, they conceded a last-minute goal to Lanzini. I was like, no, I need to sell Diaz. He's not getting any attacking returns and all this stuff. And what happened in the end? Ruben Diaz ended up scoring a screamer from outside the box. Do you really associate Ruben Diaz with these kinds of shots or goals? I don't know. This is weird, guys. To be honest with you, FPL Knight says sell Kane. I wish I could sell him. I know if I sell him, he's gonna bang, and it's gonna be absolutely horrible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep Kane one more week. And by the way, I haven't made any transfers. Last week was all about like whether you went for Kane or you went for Son. Whether you went for Alonso or you went for Reguilon, it was defined by like 2 or 3 moves, 2 or 3 players in general. For example, whether you went for Saka or Emil Smith-Rowe, whether you went for Gallagher or Emil Smith-Rowe. Lucky goals and absolutely horrible, game week. I got 53 points easily. If I had gone for Son, if I gone for Reguilon, Alonso was horrible. I was like, I couldn't wait to just get him out of my team. That's how frustrated I was against with Alonso and Harry Kane. So but this is life. This is FPL. So I'm gonna have to move on, kinda, and plan for the future. Just in hindsight, look at the decisions that I made and need to focus on that. Aditya says, hey Wiz, good evening, my friend. Jaditya, I hope you're fine, bro. Anek says, bro, Kane or Ronaldo. See, Anek, long term, Ronaldo is the better option, I think, especially with Ragnik. So I think if this game week you wanna get Ronaldo in advance, because everybody's gonna be selling Kane for Ronaldo anyway. Shashwat says, any plans on getting Silva? Yes, my friend, I do have a plan to get Bernardo Silva. So I'm just gonna reveal my transfers soon. I'll show you in a bit. I haven't made my early transfers, but I'm already clear in my head as to which transfers I'm gonna make. I just wanted to give myself a little bit of a more thinking time, so that's the reason I didn't make them. Ronaldo is fit or not? He has a knock, but I don't think it's too serious. I think he should be alright. Let me check my notes as to what I've written here. But in my opinion, if you ask me, I think Ronaldo should be fine. Ragnik was all kind of, he was full of praise for Ronaldo. He's never seen a more fit 36-year-old and all this stuff. And his kind of, yeah, I think Ronaldo's gonna start. Let me see if I can read it. Rafael Varane. Where is Ronaldo? I think Ronaldo should be fine. He just has a knock. I think he should be alright. FPL Knight says, then Kane out for me. Any update on the Ronaldo injury? Dilemma is whether to keep Kane for another week or bring Ronaldo now. If I was you, if you have Kane, I would keep him for one more week. Take another solid 2-pointer from the central defensive midfielder, that is Harry Kane, and then sell him. Honestly, if you have Kane, just keep him one more week and then, RA says, should I do Ronaldo to Kane or keep Ronaldo? If you have Ronaldo, don't do Ronaldo to Kane for 1 week, These kind of transfers never work. If I was you, I would totally keep Ronaldo. That's just my opinion. No. Thoughts on Bolingoli? I mean, if you wanna get Lukaku, that's totally up to you. In my opinion, you know, Chelsea is a little bit, you know, unless I see him playing, you know, Lukaku, starting games, playing 90 minutes, you know, only then I can recommend to get him. Aditya says, hi Viz, should I start Dennis? If you have a better option, I think you can bench Dennis. Honestly, I don't think that, you know, Dennis, he's been scoring lots of goals, but I still don't think that he's gonna score against a City. You know, City is like absolutely on top of their form right now. You know, even against Aston Villa. Aston Villa is a good side, by the way. I was so impressed by how they played against City. But City is a different animal. So in my opinion, I think you can, if you have a better option, then bench Dennis. If not, then you can start him. Why not? I mean, you know, it's always a 2-pointer. Cinema says, hey, do you think Laporte will start? I think he will, yes. Harry Conte. That's a nice one. I like that. Absolutely love that. Harry Conte. I mean, he's a central defensive midfielder valued at 12.2 million. I don't know what's wrong with Harry Kane. You know, one time he seems like a world beater, the next moment he turns into a defensive midfielder. It's absolutely horrible. And you know, kudos to those people who went with Son. It was the right decision. He's actually playing much more forward and looks much more dangerous. He's on set pieces, he takes corners, he takes free kicks, and Harry Kane does absolutely nothing. Just stands there waiting to make a tackle, you know, to break a counter attack. Nah, whatever. Pro Gamer says, Wiz, who are you selling? I'm keeping him because of your luck. Least. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll let you know soon, bro. Bjorn says, Jesus and Mbumbo to King and Foden. The thing, Bjorn, is the comments about Foden, which Pep Guardiola made, were mixed. He said like he's completely fit, but you know, we want to go slow, this, that. Like, let me read it for you. So what did he say on Foden? Yeah, just I forgot to write the notes about Foden. But in my opinion, his comments were mixed. If I don't have Foden, I wouldn't bring him in now. You know, just be careful about that. That's just my opinion. Anek says, is Salah the best captain option? Well, see, Salah's doing well. Scored 2 goals against Everton. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Just go with Salah. I have Ronaldo, but he's flagged in FPL. Don't worry about that. If I was you, I'd keep Ronaldo. I think you should be alright. Alonso has been frustrated. Alonso was very frustrating. The way he actually played, you know, got a yellow card, missed like good opportunities. His corners were not good. It's absolutely horrible, to be honest with you. You know, this game week I actually was thinking about just selling Alonso and be rid with him. You know, because I'm not even sure if he's gonna start like 3 games in 1 week. So I was a bit concerned. I was thinking maybe Azpilicueta might get a game, you know, or maybe somebody else like Callum Hudson-Odoi might get a game there. So I was a little bit concerned. I am a little bit concerned about Alonso, to be honest with you. Jackson says looking forward to the transfer. Yeah, I'll tell you my transfers pretty soon. Don't worry about that, bro. So Kane might score this week. Well, doesn't he pretend to score every week? 2 pointers all the way. I mean, I gotta give something to Kane. I can say he's consistent. At least he's consistent, you know. He's not getting like, the variation is minimal. You see, since game week 4, he's just got 2 pointers, except, you know, a 12-pointer against Newcastle. Such a consistent player, Harry Kane, you know. Keep Vardy or bring Jesus. I wouldn't keep Vardy, my friend, to be honest with you. It's a difficult game against Aston Villa. City couldn't score too many against them. I don't expect Leicester to either. And, you know, Vardy, the comments by Broj, I don't know what's going on with these managers. One day he says like he's getting older and he's not like gonna play 3 games in 1 week, and then he just starts him against Southampton. I absolutely don't know what's going on there. But if I was you, I'd possibly get rid of Vardy. Asad says, hello Wiz, how are you? I'm fine, my friend. I hope you're fine as well. FPL Light says, have plans to bring in a City mid, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan or Foden. Keep Rafinha for one last week and choose one City mid next week. FPL nights. What I have a plan. I'm going to get rid of Rafinha next week, possibly for Jared Bowen, and I'm gonna get a City midfielder this week, and I'm pretty sure the player I bring in is going to be benched. Note this, guys. The player I bring in is going to be benched, and the player I sell is going to score. But still, I make this move. I don't know. Prajul says, keep Vardy or bring... I already answered that. It's Mr. May's thoughts on Foden. To be honest with you, it's very difficult. What I think Foden is not going to start this week. That is according to the comments by Pep Guardiola. He might come off from the bench, but I don't think he's going to start this week. That's just my opinion. Already answered that. FPL Sam says Livramento or Antonio for first sub. Currently on Livramento. If I was you, I'd keep. Southampton plays against. Southampton plays against Brighton, right? To be honest with you, Southampton haven't looked too defensively convincing, especially with Bednarek, injured. I think there's still going to be a little bit of a problem. I'd say if you have Antonio, just put him in first sub, and hope you don't need him. I still feel that Antonio deserves to be put first sub at least. Shopnan says hello. Was a swap Jimenez to King or Watkins? I think they're both good options, Shopnan. Honestly, I've been looking at Watkins. If I could afford him, I would do it. King is also a good option. He's got like really good stats. If you look at the eye test, Dennis seems like the player to go for. If you look at the stats, then King is the player to go for. So the players who trust their eye tests, they'll go for Dennis this week. The players who trust their stats will go for King this week. So Dennis and King is absolutely difficult. So not like wasting too much time. Let's head over and compare the two players, guys. This is Fantasy Football Fix, and let's compare the two players. All right, where are you, King? There's King. And player number 2 is Dennis. Unfortunately, I can't. Not sure what's going on here. Why aren't they showing? Just give me a second, guys. Ryan. I don't know. Let me just refresh it. Yeah. Got logged out. And I'm gonna have to log in now. Sorry guys, just give me a second. Something's on with Fantasy Football Fix today. I think I've had to log in 2 or 3 times, but don't worry guys, just give me a second. I'll fix this, and then I'll compare those two players for you, King and Dennis. Just give me a second here. All right, here's King, and here's Dennis. All right, back to the Fantasy Football. So here is King and here is Dennis. So King is on the left hand side, Dennis is on the right. So look at the minutes played. Like there's not much difference, but look at the BPS. 257 for Dennis, 189 for King, 12 bonus points, 5 total points, 53, 73 points per game start. See, again, Dennis has been the more explosive option. There's not been much difference as to where they've played. Dennis has played on both the sides. He actually, he's been playing on the right flank and the left flank, predominantly on the left side though, and the King has been playing more on the left side or through the middle, just like Dennis. Right, so let's just go down and compare their stats per 90 minutes. So goals, there's not much between them. How many goals have they scored? So King has scored 5 in total. Dennis has scored 6, right? Per 90 minutes, expected goals, King has got more expected goals than Dennis, right? King is taking more shots than Dennis, but Dennis is taking more shots on target. These numbers are not too different. It's close to 1 for King as well, and close to 1 for Dennis as well. The similar shot ratio as well. Shots in the box, again, close to 2 for both. Goal assists, I mean, Dennis has got a slightly better goal assists, almost double than King. Expected assists, almost similar. Attempted assists are more for King. So you see, there's not much to choose between them. Now let's look at their overall stats. These were for the 90 minutes. This is for the overall stats. XG of King is 5.81. Look at how much Dennis is overperforming his XG. So his XG was close to 3 and he scored 6 goals. The XG for King was like close to 6 and he scored 5 goals. So in terms of sustainability, I think King is more sustainable than Emmanuel Dennis. No, but he's more explosive, Dennis. That's the problem. Shots, same, absolutely the same. Shots on target, 10 to 13. Shots in the box, again, similar. Assists is the difference, you know. Actually, that is where the difference in their points really lies. He's got 2 assists and Dennis has got like 5. Expected assists, you know, again, Dennis outperforms King. Attempted assists, King has more. Big chances created, the same. Crosses, almost similar. So in terms of you know, consistency, King is better, taking more shots, you know, justifying his XG, and Dennis is slightly outperforming his XG. This is from an FPL point of view. You know, expected points is almost the same, but the bonus, so Dennis is like more a bonus point machine than Joshua King. But that also happens because he gets 1 goal, 2 assists, and these kinds of numbers more often than King. So technically, you know, if you're more a kind of person who likes a more solid player who's nailed on for 90 minutes, I would go with Josh King. If you like a more kind of an explosive player who sometimes will miss out on games, you know, but give you big hauls, like Dennis has got like 5 hauls already this season. 5 hauls already, guys. Double-digit hauls. You know, let me just show you here. So Dennis has got like 5 double-digit hauls already. Look at what happened at Everton. He came on, you know, like for 26 minutes. He scored 1 goal and 2 assists. That is absolutely crazy. You know, like, look here. 14, 10, 12, 12, 9. You know, it's like there is something about this guy. It's not like just a fluke, you know. I think he can play, especially under Ranieri. Hey FPL Jag, what's up, my friend? Dennis, King in for Wong. Again, I showed you the comparisons, everybody. Now it's up to you to decide whether you want to go for King or you want to go for Dennis. A Slim Reaper says Duffy or Mbumo to start. I would start Mbumo. If you don't have Tony, I would start Mbumo. If you have Tony, I would start Duffy. FPL Sam says Antonio is on pens, right? But they haven't got any much this season, I think. Yeah, Antonio could be on pens, but you know, there's like not fixed for like West Ham. Sometimes, you know, Declan Rice takes him. Sometimes, you know, like Mark Noble takes him. But yes, Antonio is on penalties. Wouldn't expect too many penalties. They don't have those sort of players who can win you penalties. You know, there's Ben Rama, but he rarely ever plays close to the box. You know, he's been hugging the touchline a lot ever since his couple of hauls at the start of the season. Excuse me. So, do you have any stats on Watkins? Yeah, I do have any. Yeah, I can show you stats for Watkins. I think he's been doing well under Gerrard. No, I'll show you pretty soon, Shopnan. Humayun says Gallagher, King, Antonio, who to start? Wow, that's none of them has a good game. Gallagher's got United, King has got City, and Antonio's got Chelsea, the top 3 teams in the league, approximately. You know, like Liverpool is obviously, you know, better than United at the moment. But if I were to start one, I'd say Gallagher. Reguilon is a must-have this week. Not sure about having a must-have, but yes, I think he's desirable. You know, can't say must-have to any Spurs players. Maybe Son, but no, not a must-have. The thing is, their fixtures turn. You know, like Brighton, Leicester, Liverpool are not good fixtures at all. Brighton away is not an easy game. Leicester away, not sure. Defensively, how good of a game this is. Again, Liverpool, it's tough games coming up. I'm not sure if he's a must-have, but if you want him for this 1 week, then I'll say maybe. How about Silva, Madison, and Dennis for 8 points? Silva and Dennis for 4 points is better. Madison, I'm not sure if his output is sustainable, bro. Replace Mbumo with Bernardo -4 hit. I would say yes. A little bit reluctant to call a hit, you know, or recommend a hit. But replacing Mbumo with Bernardo seems like a decent idea. George says, hey George, I hope you're fine. Play Antonio or Livramento? I'd stay Antonio, my friend. I don't know how many Chelsea defenders you have, but I'd still say, you know, play Antonio or Livramento. That's just, you know, the attacker always has a chance. Should I captain Cancelo? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, I'm not even sure if he's gonna get a game. Maybe, you know, is playing all the games. Might be time for him to get benched or something, my friend. Be careful. You know, he's been playing too much. 90 all the way, except just one game he got 77 minutes. I'm a little bit concerned about Cancelo. He might be due a benching soon. Not sure. FL Knight says Kane downgrade to Jesus, Watkins upgrade, Rafinha and 5th mid to Sancho, Bernardo Silva 4, and thoughts on positive. Minus differential negative. Team structure will not permit expensive forward, and Sancho is a risky pick. Yeah, I don't like that Sancho pick right now. I want to see how United set up under Ragnick, and then we can call Sancho. Until then, it's difficult to recommend that move. But Kane, this game week against Norwich, I'd still give him one chance, bro. Best under 6 million midfielder. There's absolutely nobody under. This was really good under under 6 million. The best options are the ones you already know, you know, like Emil Smith-Rowe, Trossard, all these guys. Like they are the good options, and they're all above 6 million, bro. Technically, there's no really good options. If you want, I'll just check once for you. But I've already done it so many times. Pablo Fornals is 6 million. Possibly you can think about him. You know. Again, I already told you, there's like not many good options. I don't like any of the options here. Okay. All right, let's move on. Zara says thoughts on transferring Callum Wilson for Raul Jimenez for this game week. The problem is for this game week. I don't have a problem with getting in Callum Wilson, but the thing is, if you want to do it just for one game week, I don't think that's a good idea. Go for a player which you want to keep long term. You know, if we just keep making quick fixes to our teams, guys, we'll always lag behind. Always plan for the future. See, let's say, for example, you want to get a player for 5, 6, 7 game weeks. That should not be Callum Wilson, in my opinion. That would be something, you know, that would be totally somebody totally different. Maybe, you know, Ollie Watkins could be one. Gabriel Jesus could be another one. You know, even Dennis or King could be a good option. You know. Yeah. Alright. Light Ray says Jimenez to Jesus, Watkins, King, or can just roll a transfer as Jimenez on my bench. I mean, you could move him on for Watkins. I think Watkins under Stevie G is playing close to the box, staying much closer to the goal. And if you want some money, you could definitely move him on for King as well. I like all those options, Light. They're all in the different price bracket, and I like all those options in that price range. So yeah, I think you can do it. Jimenez is not going to score against Liverpool. I mean, you know, everything can happen and anything can happen, but technically, you know, Liverpool's been absolutely dominant. Hey Smelly Wab, he says, any thoughts on my team? With Ramsdale, James, Trent, Cancelo. So that's absolutely fine there. Gallagher, Salah, Jota, Son, Jesus, Wilson, Pookie. That looks fantastic. Smelly Web wouldn't do anything, bro. That looks absolutely good to me. Maybe next week, you know, get rid of Wilson, or you know, just can keep him. I'm a little bit concerned about Gallagher, especially with the James MacArthur injury. He's not looking like the same player, especially when Milivojevic plays. You know, playing as a CDM is not exciting. He's still taking some set pieces, you know. So a little bit concerned about that, but let's see. But I like the team. I like that team really. FPL decks, I've got 2 free transfers, 3.2 in the bank. I'm going Dennis for Wong. Surely I want City attacker who to go for Gundo Silva or Foden or Roll. Again, FPL Jug, you know my choice, bro. Out of all these 3 players from City, I like... Out of these 3 players, I like Bernardo Silva more than the other 2 options. Just because he's nailed on. RSS, some page said Cancelo might get rotated this week because Walker... Again, I'm telling you, he started all the games. I mean, can you believe he's not missed a game, not missed a minute, except against Crystal Palace where he got subbed off early. He's been playing all the games. I think he's due a benching soon. Yeah. Ari says, hey Biz, Jimenez out, King in, Mbumo out, Bernardo in. Yes for me, Ari. I like those moves. FPL Sam says Jota birthday playing against his old club. I'm really worried. I wish I had a way to get Jota in. But I don't. I mean I do have a way to get Jota in, but that's not kind of a part of the plan. He's been doing alright, Jota, to be honest with you. And yeah, I would be. So let me we're getting close to half an hour per stream, so here let me show you what I'm planning for my team this week. So I'm thinking of taking out Antonio, guys. So that is the big moment has arrived. I've told you which player I'm thinking about transferring out, so don't take out Antonio this week. Antonio is gonna score a hat-trick because FPL Wizard transferred him out. Anyways, so I'm planning to take out not FPL Wizard, but Antonio. So yeah, I'm planning to take out Antonio for Dennis. And then, this is the dilemma that I actually had as to what to do here. So I can replace this injured Norman for Bernardo Silva, which gives me a lot of flexibility in my team, because then I'd have I would not have 2 4.5 million midfielders, which I actually got because I wanted Harry Kane, and it has been a disaster. And next week I have 0.1 million in the bank. I can easily just take out Kane for Ronaldo, so next week this could be my transfer. In case I don't want to get Ronaldo, I want to get somebody else, I can easily move on Kane and get that player as well, but this I feel gives me a good structure. Next week Rafinha's fixtures are turning, so I could potentially move him on for somebody like Jared Bowen, 6.4 million. I like this transfer because their fixtures are turning, especially not even 16 or 17, I'd say 18. From 18, I think their fixtures are becoming really, really good. So if I don't want to bet on Antonio, I can easily bet on a differential in Jared Bowen. He's been doing well this season, 2 goals, 6 assists. So, I'm thinking about moving Rafinha on for Bowen. And if in case I don't want to get Ronaldo, I can just get rid of Kane for a cheap striker. And I can pump some more money in the midfield as well. So there's lots of options open up if I make this move, if I get rid of Antonio. But but in my opinion, I've kept faith with Antonio for such a long time, and he started the season really well, but I think after that, just 2 goals and again 2 pointers, Aston Villa, Liverpool. In all these games, West Ham scored so many goals. They scored 4 against Aston Villa, they scored 3 against Liverpool, they scored none against Wolves. They scored 1 against City, obviously Lanzini destroying my clean sheets for Cancelo and Diaz, and none against Brighton. So it doesn't fill me with confidence, Antonio, And if in case he starts banging, I know Norwich is the fixture everybody wants to target because he scored 3 goals against them or something like that, But the problem is, if I don't sell Antonio, I don't have a way to get Bernardo Silva unless I sell Rafinha, And I could sell Rafinha this week. That's also an option. But then my team for this week will become weaker because Rafinha has a game against Brentford before, I want to sell him after this. So it was a bit of a headache for me to decide on my transfers. But that's the logic, I think it's time for Antonio to move and bring in somebody like Dennis. I would bring in King, but I don't have enough money to do Norman to Bernardo Silva if I take out If I bring in King, because King is like 2 million, 0.2 million more expensive than Dennis. Gasper says Livramento, Duffy, and Rudiger. Bench 2 of them. I wouldn't bench Rudiger, you know, that's for sure. And I would play Duffy, Livramento. Hang on, let me just give me a second. So Brighton play against Southampton. So basically they're playing against each other. I'd say play Livramento. Play Livramento and Rudiger. Sid says, hey Viz, 2 free transfers, Tony and Rafinha out for Bilba, King, Dennis. I think that's not a bad idea, but these two play against each other, and I think there could be goals in this fixture. So be a little bit careful about those transfers, bro. You could do this next week as well, but I know you want to target the Watford game, so yeah. Armband suggestions. I would want to put the armband on Salah. Never going away unless Salah blanks. You know, there's the Manchester City game, but which Manchester City player would you punt on is the problem. For captaincy, I mean, you could punt on a City player for, you know, for a haul in your team, but captaincy is a different issue. I'd say go Salah. When in doubt, always just go Salah. Pro Gamer says Antonio 2 goals, absolutely. Thoughts on bringing in Son for Foden? Why not? But the thing is, if it is just for 1 week, then, you know, just be careful. If you want to keep Son long term, then yes. Because I'm not sure if Foden starts, you know. Start Dennis or Antonio. Choplin says, who are you bringing in this week? I already told my transfers, bro. I'm thinking to kind of bring in... I'm thinking to take out Antonio for Dennis and Bernardo Silva in place of Foden. So that's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, Bernardo Silva in place of Norman. So this is what I'm thinking at the moment, you know. I could, like, if I sell Antonio for Dennis... and I could upgrade Saka easily to Bernardo Silva. I could upgrade Rafinha as well. Rafinha I could actually just do Rafinha to Bernardo Silva. But that doesn't serve my purpose for this game week at least, you know. Although I could play a 4-3-3. I could play Saka, Bernardo Silva, Salah, Antonio. I have to play Antonio in this game, you know. And I'm not sure if I want Antonio. Is blocking too much money in my team. And you know, it's not doing much. It's a pain to sit and watch Antonio play and blank every week. FPL Penguin says, hey my friend, what's up? I hope you're faring better than I am this week. can't make up my mind on the transfers. George says, how much value do you have tied up to Antonio? Antonio is like 8 million, so I can sell him for 7.7 million. So there's basically, I've got 0.3 million tied up in Antonio. Pro Gamer says Bernardo not starting today as Wiz is bringing him in. I honestly think, you know, there's a big chance that Bernardo Silva might not start. I still think that, and that is the reason I'm a little bit concerned, you know, to bring in Bernardo Silva. But the thing is, you know, you have to take these chances, because like the game against Watford doesn't come often, and even if one out of kyzioh and Bernardo Silva starts, I'd be more than happy. Just a 4th defender. Don't want double up on Chelsea. Live City currently have Emerson. How do you rate Mings? Villa looks strong defensively. Yeah, Villa defense looks good, in my opinion. I'm sorry guys, just give me a sec. I think there's a problem with the internet. Let me just change my guys. Yeah. You know, the thing is, a 4th defender, I'm not against an Aston Villa defender. I think that's pretty. Bring in Mings. The only problem is, you know, he's not got attacking potential. I'm sorry guys, can you hear me? Just give me a heads up, because I'm not. YouTube is saying that they're not getting data from my Streamlabs. Just let me know, guys. Can you hear me properly, so I can continue? Let me just. Bro, I was thinking to do the transfer next game week, but next game week I'm thinking to bring in Ronnie for Kane. I think, yes, I think the problem with Antonio is, you know, he's playing Chelsea this week, he plays Burnley away next week, and then he plays against Arsenal. None of these are easy games. Yeah, see, George says I can hear you, but you're glitching a little. I don't know what's wrong. I I tried changing my connection. I tried lots of stuff. Maybe there's a problem with the internet. You know. Oh, FPL Jack says loud and clear. Sleepy Todd says hit the like button. I'd listen to Todd, guys. Anyways, so see, this is the dilemma I'm faced with currently. You know, if I like, I've got 2 free transfers, so I can easily like just take out Antonio for Dennis. I wish I could take him out for King, as I feel he's more nailed on, plays 90 minutes. Dennis doesn't always play 90, like he plays 73, 70, you know, 74, 72. Like I don't like this. I like my striker to play the full 90 minutes because I want him to have the chance to, you know, like play the full game. At least he has more chances to score, but you know, I don't have enough money for Kane. Dara says yes, can hear you. Start Tony or Dennis. I would start Tony over Dennis. Always, because you know he's taking penalties. He's playing against Leeds, who are not a really good team at the moment. Start Livermento or Mbumo. If you don't have Tony, then Mbumo. If you have Tony, then Livermento. Lee says, I'm thinking of swapping Huang for King. Is Huang to King a good idea? Lee, in my opinion, I think that's a good idea. Yes, I think that is. FPL Knight says holding Antonio for those fixtures because I might want him and don't see a strong replacement. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree, my friend. The thing is, I just need money to get in a City midfielder, and there's no way I can, you know, I can afford a City midfielder except, you know, transferring out Rafinha. Yes, I can do this. Like I can keep you know, Antonio, and I can get in Bernardo Silva. But I feel this is like just not the right thing to do, because Rafinha technically has a good fixture this game week, and to cover like Antonio, I think I can get Jared Bowen, who's been looking really sharp and, you know, playing well. He could easily have scored you know, a couple of goals last game week against Brighton as well. He just missed by a whisker. So that is the doubt. Aditya says start. I already answered that. Atul says start. Babin says start Mbumo or Antonio. I have Tony. Antonio, I'd say. If I had these two, I'd start Antonio. Jota scares me more than Bernardo. Todd, totally. Jota scares me as well, you know. But the thing is, if I like, I can't get. Alright, again. Which screen are you seeing? Alright. So I can get. Basically, I can get. If I sell Antonio to Dennis here, you know, I can get Jota in place of Saka or Rafinha, which is not necessarily a bad thing, you know. But you know, Jota. Hang on, let me do this. So you see, I've got 1.3 million in the bank, and then Bernardo Silva move has to be postponed for next week, which is not necessarily a bad thing, you know. But the question is, do I really want Jota? You know, that is the question. Do I want Bernardo Silva more, or do I want Jota more? That is the question. Achetan says drop 2 from these: Saka, White, Alonso, Jimenez. Thank you in advance. If I was you, I'd drop Jimenez and Saka, I'd say. Hey Viz, I really want to take a -8 to get Reece James, Dennis and Cornet for Semedo and Huang. What do you think? Not a bad idea, but the -8 is a bit too much. But not a bad idea because their fixtures are turning Wolves and they're not doing much either. Semedo is actually a good pick. You can keep Semedo. You can get rid of him and Huang if you want, you know. Ikjot says start Antonio, King or Gallagher. Gallagher, I'd say. George says you need triple Liverpool, Viz. Right now Liverpool is winning. Liverpool winning is a red arrow for you because everybody owns Trent Alexander-Arnold. Salah. I agree. Alonso is a risky pick. I feel Tuchel speaking about playing Saul ahead of the fixture congestion. Why don't you downgrade Alonso and fund your moves? I don't Jota, Virgil or Robbo if you can get one. Yeah, the problem is I actually thought about that a little bit, you know. For example, let's say I want to keep I can do this, but then next week a hit is on the cards. For example, I get Bernardo Silva here. I still can't get Jota is the issue. You know, let's say I do these moves. I thought about these 2 moves as well. Just move on Saka and get Bernardo Silva, and move on Alonso and get Reguilon. So this was another move that I thought about. and but in the end I decided against it because it doesn't give me even 0.1 million in the bank. Like, let me just show you here. All right, Dennis, I'll bring you back soon, my friend. But so here, Bernardo Silva, and I thought I could get Reguilon here. So this is another move which I thought I could do, but you know, it doesn't give me 0.1 million in the bank, because next week if I want to do Kane to Ronaldo, it leaves me, you know, wanting to take a hit. Is a big issue. Atul says, should I start Livramento or Mbumo? If you have Tony, then start Livramento. If you don't have Tony, then Mbumo. Start Duffy, Livramento, Gallagher, or Antonio. If I had to start one, I'd say Gallagher. There's a tough one. None of them has a good fixture, but Gallagher, I'd say, or Antonio. Two of the one skilps. Ahmed says, I have Rafinha and Mbumo. Should I replace one of them with a -4 hit? Don't replace Rafinha. If you want, you can replace Mbumo. You know, or just play him. I'd say they've got decent. They play each other. Leeds is not a good team. Neither is Brentford. So start Antonio or Dennis. Antonio, captain Ronaldo. Why not? If you have Ronaldo, then why not captain him? So you see my predicament at the moment, guys. Like, I've thought about all these transfer plans. You know, in hindsight, I think getting Alonso last week was possibly, maybe should have just gone for Reguilon, saved some money, and just moved on Saka to Bernardo Silva for one free transfer and saved the other one. But I'm in a position in which, like, you know, I am a little bit concerned here. Got 2 free transfers and can't exactly figure out what to do. Hi Biz, Zaha plus Antonio to Jota plus 7.9. Yes, Jota and Watkins. Why not? Gundogan over Bernardo gives you 0.1 million. George, that is true, but I don't want to go with Gundogan. Like, you know, Kevin De Bruyne is going to be back soon. You know, is back soon, and as Kevin De Bruyne comes, his attacking output just diminishes. And yeah, this is a little bit the reason why I'm not doing it, you know. I mean, short term, Gundogan can be a good pick. I know this, you know, but long term, excuse me, guys. Bro, I want to take Tony out. Oh, for King to do 1 transfer out of 2. Sorry, I don't know. Bro, I want to take Tony out for King to do at least 1 transfer. Yeah, you can do it, my friend. The thing is, Tony has a good game this game week. That is the only issue. Shall I bench Antonio or Saka? If I was you, I'd bench Antonio for Saka, but the thing is, it's a difficult one, you know. Saka is fit, though, I can tell you this. Hey, mate, a triple Chelsea defense and Tony. Double defense or Brentford double up? Triple Chelsea defense and Tony, I'd say. And there's more chance in Chelsea giving you something. Even attacking returns are possible. Bench Antonio or Saka is a difficult one. If I was you, I'd say play Saka. Everton are not looking good. When I came on here, I was clear with my transfers. As I talk to you guys, I always end up getting confused. What do you think of Aston Villa attackers? I think they're really good options, especially Ollie Watkins. He scores a penalty, that's why I'm losing the faith. You can get rid of Tony if you want to. The thing is, he plays against Leeds, which are not a really good team, and they could be goals because, you know, Bamford. Raja says, Viz, go Norman to Luis. Luis, you mean Douglas Luiz, right? I don't want 4.5 million midfielders. I think that hinders, you know, the structure of my team. I think I want a better midfield. You know, I would not be fretting this move as much right now if I was sure that Bernardo Silva would start. That is the issue. You know, I'm not sure if Bernardo Silva starts, and that is the reason I'm a little bit scared to make these moves. You know, I'm not worried about Antonio scoring as much as I am to, you know, I'm more concerned about Bernardo Silva missing out. Although in my notes I've written, I think Bernardo Silva should start along with Gundogan, Mahrez, Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, Rodri, you know. But still, I'm a little bit concerned about this. Play Antonio or Duffy Livramento. Out of those, I'd say Antonio. You know, I mean, you always play the striker, bro. James Upson says, Reguilon for Alonso this week. Next game week, Rafinha for Bernardo. Would have Salah, Bernardo, Jota in the team. That doesn't look bad. But the thing is, if you get a City attacker, I think this is the game week, especially against somebody like Watford, to do it. Otherwise, the move seems solid. I like the moves, you know. Yeah, people on Twitter are scaring the hell out of me. They're saying it's Jota's birthday and he's gonna score and do this, fear mongering, you know, and fear of missing out is absolutely on top. The voice of Saruman is confusing our favorite visit, says Todd. Well, you know, sometimes, you know, I think I've decided on my transfers. Let's just go talk, give the answers, you know, solve some queries, and then I'll make my transfers after that. But, you know, it's not always easy. You know, when you talk to people, you're thinking at the back of your mind. Sometimes your mind changes. You know, it's a little bit hard to explain, but it does. Rolling my transfer, need 2 for the next week. Probably Kane to Ronaldo, Rafinha to Silva, Foden. I test next week. Totally, my friend. I like those moves. Is Reece James going to start? I think he is. Yes. Tuchel said he was fit, so hopefully it start. Mahrez may not start as the UCL match is coming. Well, that's even better for Bernardo Silva if Mahrez doesn't start. Michael says, hey Viz, who to start? Antonio, Livermento. Also, would you transfer out Alonso for Reguilon? Already have Reece James. Well, if you just got Alonso last week, it doesn't make much, you know, like, it's too early to jump off Alonso, in my opinion, my friend. You know, I know he's not gonna play all the games, but if you got Alonso, you have to trust your players. You can't just, you know, get them 1 week and take them out next week. Unless you need the money or the structure of your team becomes wrong, then I'd say you keep Alonso. Ziar says Arnold to Robertson, and I don't think that's a good move. I think Arnold is absolutely in the form of his life. Yes, Robertson got 2 assists, but you know, the very next game, Arnold can get 2 assists as well. So this is a move which I wouldn't make. You can never win with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, I can tell you this. Get in Bernardo and out with Rafinha. That is possible. That is possible, yes. Pro Gamer says, bro, it's gonna be Bernardo benching and Jota scoring 2 goals. My friend, I'm already like, I was close to 100k for so many weeks, and last week after the horrible, you know, like Harry Kane show and all these other misses, you know, I'm out of the top 100 now. I'm like 214k and I'm not liking it. I need to get back into the, you know, at least close to 100k so I can push on when need be, but you know, don't like sitting out of you know, it's like not my comfort zone to sit out there, and you just need to push on. Wolves are solid. Liverpool will win 2-0. Jota Hall seems unlikely. I agree with that, and that is the reason, because Wolves have not conceded too many goals. You know, they just, the way they play, I'm not sure if they are going to concede too many either. So that is the reason I'm not like scared of Jota. They've got like the Champions League coming up, and also Firmino's gonna be fit soon. So I think the Jota bus is already left, and I missed it. But now I think it's not the time to get him. That's just, I think that is what I think. The right time was, you know, the home game in which Jota scored a brace. That was the game to get him, if any. You're gonna lose some money if you want to get Antonio back. I won't get Antonio back. I think, you know, I will, you know, get somebody like Jared Bowen. I think he's cheaper and he can cover for the assets, like, you know, the West Ham attacking assets. Michael says, thanks Paul, Antonio or Livermento. Antonio, in my opinion, bro. Depends on how many Chelsea defenders we have, but I'll still play Antonio. It's not in our control anyway. Mon says Willock or Antonio. Willock. Yeah, I think Willock has not scored a goal this season. I don't know how I can recommend you to start Willock. I know they have a decent game against Burnley, but you know, he's not scored a goal all season, Joe Willock. So I don't know what to say here, bro. Paul says, hey Viz, greetings. Tell him who to bench. I have Alonso, James, Trent, Reguilon, Cancelo, Rafinha. We've got great defense. Rafinha, Salah, Jota, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan. I have no idea who to bench. Maybe Alonso. I don't know. I really don't have an idea, bro. Raja says I will transfer out Rafinha next week. Yeah, I will also transfer out Rafinha next week unless I I want to transfer out Kane to Ronaldo. Sashik also Kraj. He says I have one free transfer. Should I do Jimenez, Antonio to Jesus, Wilson? If I was you, I would go Jesus. I would not go Wilson because his fixtures are turning soon. Michael says Wang out for Dennis or roll the transfer. Wang out for Dennis. Why not? Even King if you can. Even I like Josh King as well. Alright, 15 minutes to go. I need to focus on my transfers, quickly answer some more questions. Gallagher or Mbumo or Gray? Gray, I'd say. Any plans to do Kane to Ronaldo next week? There's totally a plan to do Kane to Ronaldo next week. FPL Light says, come on, Kane, give me a farewell like Saka did. Absolutely. FPL AB says, hey, is triple Chelsea defense risky? You see, Ajay, the thing is, triple defense is always risky. But if you had to punt on a triple defense right now, it has to be either City or Chelsea. You know, it's a high risk, high reward strategy. Although I think West Ham have got enough about them to score against Chelsea. But, you know, I'd say they're still better than the Brentford double up. I'd say still just go for triple Chelsea. And he says Jota is gonna be a long-term option. That is true, bro. I don't know. I just don't have the money to bring in Jota. I wish I did. I can do Saka to Jota, but that would mean missing out on Bernardo Silva. I'm not sure. Is the issue. You know. I wish I was sure. Not sure. You know. Still thinking and can't bring myself to to do this. I'm scared that Bernardo Silva might be benched, and if Bernardo Silva gets benched, you'll not be hearing from me anytime soon, guys. I can tell you that. I'll be sad and hiding somewhere. Trade out White for Lamptey. Todd, the Arsenal fixtures are turning soon, you know. And White is always going to start for them, although he doesn't have the attacking upside. That I agree with you, but you see Southampton, Leeds, Norwich, you know, so the fixtures are there for them to keep some clean sheets. And Arsenal traditionally, they do well against these kinds of teams, at least under Arteta. So, I mean, if you want to get Lamptey, that is totally fine. Let me just see their fixtures. They've got Tottenham, Wolves, United, Chelsea. In my opinion, I don't think so, Todd. I think just keep White. The fixtures are not there, in my opinion. Who to bench, Livramento, Dennis, or Mbumo? Oh, that's such tough, difficult ones. If I was you, I'd bench Livramento, Mbumo. If you have Tony, then bench Mbumo. If you don't have Tony, then play Mbumo, my friend. Paul says, and Wilson, King, Dennis, and Alonso for the bench. That's a tough one, my friend. hard for me to answer. I hope you smash it. I'm not so sure. When I had two transfers last going into like this week, I was pretty confident, but again, you know, last moment panic always sets in. Antonio to Silva for a hit. I'm not sure about the hit, because I'm not sure if Silva starts. Should I sell Zaha? I think you can. He's not been doing much. Son or Trent, captain Son. Out of those two, Son. Alright guys, now let me just focus on my own transfer. So the plan was always like, when I came on here, this was the plan in my mind. The plan was to sell Antonio for Dennis. I wanted to sell him for King, but I don't have the budget, you know. Now the second move is the issue. I can't get Jota. If I want Jota, I have to take out Saka. You know, I can take out Saka and then I can get Jota. And next week I can take out Rafinha for Bernardo Silva. So that can be the play as well. You know, only the problem with this play is, you know, I kinda have two 4.5 million midfielders, which I don't like. You know, you know, this is the problem with getting Jota. So I'll have two 4.5 million, and along with those two, I'll have Dennis. So you know, the structure of the team, it becomes so rigid. So I'm not sure if I can afford Jota here. You know, Bernardo Silva is a different story. I want to go for Bernardo Silva. You know, I think Anis says go for Jota. Gundogan or Bernardo? See, again, this is $1 million question which I don't have the right answer. Dennis on the bench, Smith Rowe to play. Time to lock and load. So that means we've got 10 minutes to go. We've got our countdown timer. I need to decide soon, and don't have any parameter on which I can decide this. You know, the thing is, I've missed a couple of Jota hauls. You know, I'm scared to not own Jota. I can say this. You know, but the thing is, Bernardo Silva. I want to go for Bernardo Silva long term. You know, just want to get him and keep him in the team. If he doesn't start, then I'll just sit in a corner and cry because my overall rank is gonna go down. And this move which I make, it gives me 0.1 million in the bank, in which like next week I can just do like Kane to Ronaldo if I want, you know. If I don't want to do Kane next week, I can take out Rafinha for Jared Bowen. So, you know, this gives me a flexibility of having four midfielders, you know, and I like this more than I like having like a Norman and a Brownhill on my bench, you know. So that is the conundrum. Start play Liverment or Jimenez. Silva scoring today, just go for it. Hopefully, bro. I'm a little bit scared. Sanjay says, nice team, Viz. Thank you, my friend. I haven't made the transfers. I need to. Play Antonio or Liverment or Gallagher. Gallagher, and then the other two. If I had to choose one, I'd say Gallagher. Alright, so this is the move, guys. This is the play. What do you think? I would like your opinion before I actually hit the transfer, but I still have some time, by the way. You know. So, I'm thinking, and I don't have Jota is the issue, but let's. There's some things which I cannot. I can't get all the players which you know. Which I want, so you have to sometimes select which player you want to go for. So this is the play. Play Liverment or Dennis. This is such a tough one. You always play the attacker, but you know it's against Manchester City, so it's a bit tough for me to call this one. By the way, guys, you know, I think a lot of people are ignoring Aston Villa at the moment. I think you might want to, you know, revisit Aston Villa soon, guys. Watkins seems like a really good option. So just give me a second, guys. I'm thinking about my team here. So if I just kind of take out Rafinha for Bernardo Silva, and Bernardo Silva gets benched, that'll be horrible. So these are the two options I have. Saka or Tony. So these are the two options, guys. These are the two options I'm left with. Either I roll a transfer and just do Rafinha to Bernardo Silva, because that is the move that I want to do. Eventually, you know, I want to take out Rafinha next week, so why not just take him out this week? So this is one thing which I can do. I can just take out Rafinha for Bernardo, and you know. Excuse me, guys. Bring in Bernardo next game week. You know Jota is gonna play. That is true. Jota, not Silva. No, don't get Foden, because I'm not sure if he's gonna play. So, but I can't get Jota. I can get Jota, guys. So yeah, what I can do is, let's see if I can. Yeah, I can get Jota in against Wolves away, but is that the best? Is that the best move this game week? Wolves away, is it a good fixture for you? The thing is, I'm not sure about the fixture. Wolves are not conceding that many goals, you know. Let me see if I can. Let me just find any Wolves players here. Yeah, so let's see Wolves, how many goals. Like you see 0-0, Norwich, Burnley, West Ham, Crystal Palace, Everton, 1. They're not conceding that many goals, Wolves, even against the big team like, you know, Tottenham, Leicester, United. They haven't played a big team though. for a very long time, so you can't actually measure their potential here. Liverpool will score 3. So if Liverpool scores 3, I'd say Jota has to be among the goals. I wish there was a way, even if I could take a hit and bring in Jota and Bernardo Silva. Yeah, I can actually do this. I can bring in Bernardo Silva and Jota, but for a -4 hit. You know. The question is, can Rafinha? I can take out Saka, and I can take out Rafinha for Jota as well. That is one thing which can be done, but that's for a -4 hit. You know, that gives me Jota, and that gives me Jota, Bernardo Silva, and Salah. The problem is it gives me Dennis as well. It gives me Norman. It gives me Brownhill. There's too much uncertainty here. Any news about Tierney? I don't have any news about Tierney. The thing is, this looks like a decent move on paper, you know, but not so sure. Can I? Rafinha has a decent fixture, but the thing is, just 1 week. I want to get rid of Rafinha anyway. And I'll want... it's a hit. The problem is the hit. I'm going to have to take a hit. You know, and I have to transfer out Saka. Don't know if you answered. But if I had Foden, I'd keep him. If I don't have Foden, if I don't have Foden, I wouldn't get him in this week. So he says, don't need Bernardo Silva this week. No. They play against Watford. When in confusion, do nothing, says Bubin. I always say that, guys, by the way. I always say that. And I always end up not listening to myself. The thing is, if I do this doesn't give me Bernardo Silva next week. I'll have to take out Saka. You know? I'll have to take out Saka before Southampton, West Ham. I know it's a tough one, guys. And I just got 4 minutes to leave. No hit leaves Saka. Yeah, but Bernardo Silva... I don't know. That's a tough one. You're saying I should not... so basically, don't like taking the hit. So Smelly Web, which one would you choose? Bernardo Silva or Jota? That's the question. And also, would you keep Rafinha or would you keep Saka? That is the question. Yeah, I'm hurrying up. Sorry. So the question is whether to get Bernardo Silva or Jota, and who to get them in for. For example, if I get Jota, who should I get him in for? For Saka or for Rafinha? That is the question. That is the $1 million question, by the way. I know nobody has an answer. Do Livermore to Johnson this week? No, I want to get either. It has to be Bernardo Silva or you know, it has to be one. I'm not gonna. So, let's say two minutes to go. You have been talking about getting in Silva for a couple of weeks now. Yes, that is true. That is absolutely true. So what I'm gonna do is, guys, let's keep Antonio and let's keep one more transfer. Let's get Bernardo Silva in place of Rafinha. I think that's better because it gives me 1 free transfer next week and 2 transfers next week, you know. If Bernardo Silva misses or, you know, something happens, then that's my responsibility. At least next week I can get rid of Antonio if need be, you know. I think this could be. Charlie says, yeah, I'm doing it, guys. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm doing it. I think this is all right. Oh, a little bit concerned. I need to set my bench as well. I think this is not. So I guess Rafinha has to just go. Or should I just do the original moves that I proposed? I don't know. Alright, I think long term this is gonna be better. Shut up. I'm gonna miss the deadline. No, I think just let's get rid of Antonio. Can I do it? I don't know. Yeah, I think this. I think I'm gonna miss the deadline. Quick, happen. Yeah, who's on the bench? Brownhill. Oh shit, Bernardo Silva. Oh, where's what happened here? No, quick. Salah's my captain. Quick, did I do it? All right, Dennis. Second sub. Save your team. What did I do wrong? I don't know, guys. Did I do it? Did I succeed? Guys, did it happen or not? Oh, dang. This was weird, guys. So I actually, what I did was I ended up making the moves which I actually originally planned. What did I do? You know, I got so confused in that mind. He said I just captained Trent. That's nice. So guys, last minute, always last minute. I decided my moves earlier, you know, but the thing is, guys, I know it's Jota's birthday. I know he's gonna score a brace, and I know I've been suffering because of Jota. The thing is, you know, I don't know. If Antonio scores 2 goals today, did I make it, guys? I'm not so sure. Let me. I think I did, right? This is my team. How would I know if I made it? Wow, right down to the last second, exciting stuff. The thing is, I'm a little bit concerned about not owning Jota. I am, but the problem is, you know, it just, yes, you made it, but Dennis' second sub was close. Yeah, Antonio probably won't get 2. At most he gets a goal or assist, probably blanks again. The thing is not about Antonio. The thing is Jota. The dreaded refresh. Yeah. No, I'm gonna try it on another tab. Well, guys, this is absolutely insane. I don't even know whether my transfers went through. It is. I don't know if this is my team or not, but let's assume this is my team. You know. And last minute, we kind of did it. Jota is getting a hat-trick. See, if Jota gets a hat-trick, I'll take it on the chin, guys. I honestly, I will, you know. I know everybody has Jota. But I just couldn't get him, guys. Should change Saka to Jota. I will probably next week if I don't want to. Trent's gonna keep a clean sheet and get 2 assists. By the way, shout out to Mac Wong. He's just captained Trent against Wolves away. The adrenaline was pumping. What a kerfuffle. Team looking good now. Let's hope for the best, Paul. I'm not confident, but the thing is, I want Bernardo Silva for long term. That's it. Lightra says Antonio scores now. Totally. Every time you see my pinned message, I transferred out Vardy, he scored 2 goals. I transferred out Ruben Diaz, he scored 1 goal. I transfer out Michail Antonio. Smelly Web says, come for the advice and stay for the last minute drama. I don't know, my friend. It was never planned to be a drama. I was pretty set on my moves, but you know, when you have 2 free transfers, when you know the advice keeps coming, you give advice to other people, sometimes these things happen. I am not at the best overall rank I want to. Antonio Hall today. Well, and if Antonio Hall's today, I will honestly, guys, I don't know, just delete the team or something like that. No, I won't. But come on, I mean, you know, I transfer out players and then they start banging. It's not fun, you know, when you know that you could have just had that player. Max says was torn between Trent and Mo. Not sure if it's better to captain Trent, but I went with Hope. He outscores Mo. I hope it goes well for you. For me, captaincy is never a doubt, you know. So this is the team right now that we have. And obviously if I click on transfer, so next week I've got 0.1 million in the bank. If Ronaldo does well against Crystal Palace, he plays Norwich away next game week, I can just take out Kane for Ronaldo. You know, Saka plays against Southampton next week. You know, Rafinha obviously has a really tough fixture, but I can play Dennis, you know, because Dennis plays Brentford next week. So next game week, what I can do is I can take Dennis, I can put him in here, you know, and put Kane to Ronaldo. And along with that, I've got Tony against Watford as well. So, you know, and Chelsea have a decent fixture too against Leeds. So the next week, the team looks fine. I might roll a transfer, might do Kane to Ronaldo, which is on the cards. But in general, the problem will be Rafinha, because now Rafinha's fixtures. And that is the reason last minute I was thinking I want to take out Rafinha, because now his fixtures, Chelsea away, Manchester City away, Arsenal at home, Liverpool away. These fixtures are absolutely horrible, and I don't see, even if Bamford comes back, I don't see Leeds winning any of those fixtures. Maybe Arsenal, because I'm a pessimist, but you know, I don't see Leeds winning any of these games. So I have to get rid of Rafinha, and that is the reason I was thinking to do it today in place of you know, I just get Bernardo Silva. But I thought, why, you know, let's just wait for next week. Let's see what Rafinha does. And Rafinha must be confident scoring that penalty last week and, you know, winning the game in front of the home crowd. Hi Wiz, how much in the bank right now? I've got 0.1 million, bro. Not too much. Just enough to do Kane to Ronaldo. Antonio first sub, think he would come in for Cancelo. You know, I'm really scared by the fact that Bernardo Silva, ever since he started, you know, playing in the league, he missed the first game, but that was due to the international tournament and stuff. He hasn't missed any game. You know, 90 mostly just 157 and 171. Other than that, he plays 90 minutes all the time. Same with Cancelo. I am concerned that against a team like Watford, maybe, you know, Pep will decide to rotate both of them or rest both of them. The problem is, I'm not sure if Foden is back, if Grealish is back. Not sure if, you know, what's going to happen there. But I took a chance. I took a chance here. And, you know, because even if they don't play, let's assume that Bernardo Silva and Cancelo miss out today. I still have like Livramento coming in place of Cancelo, and let's say I've got Dennis coming in for Bernardo Silva. You know, all right, the team doesn't look too good for this game week, you know, but I've got the structure I wanted. I've got this flexibility of playing like a 4-3-3 every week. I can play a, you know, 4-4-2. I can play a 5-3-2 or a 5-4-1. So this flexibility is important in the team, you know, because Norman injury, especially in times like this when, you know, COVID is coming and lots of games, lots of injuries. There were just like 8 hamstring injuries in game week 14 itself. Just you know, need to have a depth on your bench. So FPL Sam says I expect Leeds Brentford to be a high scoring game. I do too. I think, especially if Bamford comes back, I think they're gonna score, and hopefully Tony does the business. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream today. I'm sorry I'm not gonna be able to do the ratings. Actually, I just spent a lot more time discussing about my team than I should have, because, you know, in any ways this is already locked. Zinchenko played last game, so Cancelo may play left back, or Pep may start Zinchenko again. Let's see. The thing is, Watford is scoring goals, so I don't expect Cancelo to keep a clean sheet. The only thing we can expect Cancelo to do is, you know, possibly get an attacking return. But Watford have been scoring against, they've been free scoring. They scored against Leicester, they scored against Manchester United, you know, they scored against Chelsea. I mean, come on, like, if they can score against Chelsea, what makes us think that they cannot score against City? So they can, you know, but then why do I have Dennis on the bench is a question which needs answering. But, you know, this is the thing. I wanted a structure to my team that I should have a strong bench. Lightra says, I really want a Man City attacker, but the ruler is difficult to buy. Only Torres out and Foden slightly doubt squad. I know Grealish is going to come in, but Kevin De Bruyne is also not, like, he might be fit, but he's not match fit, Kevin De Bruyne, right? So that makes Gundogan, an option, which could be rotated later on when Kevin De Bruyne comes back. So these are questions which need answering. By the way, guys, if Cancelo and Bernardo Silva get benched today, or if Jota hauls, you'll not be hearing from me anytime soon. I'm gonna disappear, I'm gonna wear my invisible cloak, and I'm going to disappear into the wilderness, never to be seen again, guys. Never to be seen again, because I had the option to bring in Jota. Anis says, why did you put Dennis second on the bench? Bro, I had like 10 seconds, and I didn't want to play Dennis anyway, so I made it with whatever was possible, my friend. I had like 10 seconds. But guys, if Jota hauls, if Bernardo Silva and Cancelo don't start, expect the wizard to take his stuff, to take his hat, to wear the invisible cloak and disappear into the wilderness forever and ever and ever. Hopefully it's gonna go well. But anyways, guys, I'd really like to thank you for coming to today's stream. I'd like to mention that we have a membership. You can click on join and become a member of the channel and help support the community for just the price of a single coffee. So do consider that as well, guys, if you haven't already. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on the stream today. It was really fun, although nerve-wracking a little bit panic at the end, but it was fun. And I hope the fun continues, and I hope FPL treats us all. The FPL gods actually treat us all, well, and don't hurt us. And hopefully the invisible cloak stays on the hook. Alright, guys, thank you for the exciting stream, says Lydus. You're welcome, my friend. It was exciting for me as well, had lots of fun. Now, all I can hope for is to have some fun during the game week. Good luck, says Shopnan. Good luck, guys. And I hope you have a great game week. Alright, guys, so wish you all the best of luck and have a great game week. I'll see you on the deadline stream, come rain or shine. The invisible cloak is going to come off and out comes the wizard on the next deadline stream. Till then, just take care of yourselves. Stay safe. May the arrows be green. FPL Wizard signing out. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.